Hello everyone and welcome to episode 97 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel, as it is the Royal Quest show. And as far as we are going across the globe to the UK for this one, as far as we'll probably be running mostly England, but one of these days I want to make it to where we run some Scotland stuff and we run some shows in Ireland and just kind of really go through everywhere in that region, and even maybe potentially even go further as far as either down to the western side of Europe and the eastern side of Europe, as far as just kind of ideal wise as far as spreading out a little bit. But as far as that's in the future, as far as that would be kind of nice to see, especially like running shows in like Spain, Italy. I feel like that'd be a good idea to start sprinkling in just kind of elsewhere, especially with Francesco Akiro on the roster. But as far as for this Royal Quest show, man, we got a big main event. We have a Wrestle Kingdom main event rematch in our main event for the IWGP Heavyweight title. Zack Sabre Jr. challenges Hayao Tamura. Now, the reason why this is happening, a lot of different things. Number one, Zack Sabre Jr. never got his rematch. As far as being the champion, as far as you should be at least have the option to challenge in a rematch, as far as the champion goes, a championship clause, if you will, in a contract. But also, he's never lost at Royal Quest. Never. In this save. As far as 2020, he won. 2021, he won. 2022, 23, and also 2024. All victories for Zack Sabre Jr. And using that momentum, and using that, as well as also being a man who never had a rematch for his heavyweight title, it makes sense, I think, to have this rematch take place in Royal Quest. So, the hometown kid, Zack Sabre Jr., looking to become the heavyweight champion once again on his home soil. But also, he is so confident that Hayao Tamura will not beat him, because he has never lost at Royal Quest, that he has proposed, and it's been accepted, 2 out of 3 falls. He thinks that he can beat him not once but twice to win the heavyweight title, and he also thinks that Hayao Tamura cannot beat him. Not even just once, but let alone twice. So that idea, building up to that main event, as far as I really like that. I think that makes a lot of sense as far as psychology-wise, as far as for a main event caliber matchup. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. As far as from a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. As far as for the rest of the card, co-main event, Intercontinental title matchup, and a triple threat. So we're gonna see what Walter can do when there's multiple men in the matchup. As of course, an incredible reign he's had, but he's taking on Juice Robinson and Roderick Strong in the co-main. Then for the King of Pro Wrestling title, as far as Pac versus Konosuke Takeshita, that actually might be the co-main now I'm thinking about it, because that's a banger. Yeah, let's just go ahead and make that the co-main. And of course, Pac beating Konosuke Takeshita during the G1, looking for his chance to make it into a main event of Wrestle Kingdom. But not only that, we might see as far as 2 of England's finest battling out in the Wrestle Kingdom main event if things go their way. But we shall see. And then as far as Never Openweight title matchup, Miro versus Sonata. Figured this was kind of the best case scenario for Royal Quest. As far as, Miro never was finished in the matchup in the 4-way for the Never Openweight title, so it makes sense he gets a title match here. The New Japan, the Never Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup, Kingdom of Strong Style versus Suzuki-gun, Shinsuke Nakamura. And as far as with Alex Shelley, Kushida taking on the champions of Suzuki-gun, which of course, Claudio, Hook, and Yehai. The New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup here between 2 of the biggest names of New Japan, battling it out, Tetsuya Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi. This is taking place because Tanahashi lost to Naito at the G1. So as far as now, the Tanahashi's, again, the New Japan Strong Openweight champion. Just feels like that's the best case scenario there. Then for the IWGP Women's title, it is Viper. As far as, Dewdrop on the WWE main roster, taking on Ashley Flair. Scotland native, as far as for Viper there, and I felt like as far as kind of what my options were for some of like the hometown girl to get a chance to take on Ashley Flair, figured that'd be a fun match, as far as Ashley's kind of big, especially as far as size-wise, especially against a lot of those Joshis that she's, going to be facing. So this gives her a chance to take on somebody that's much bigger than her. And as far as, I think, just psychology-wise, I think it's going to be a fun matchup to see how that, as far as Ashley Flair, though. She's won the belt in the U.S., she's defended it in Australia now, and she's looking to defend it successfully in England. I mean, she's really making this a world's championship title. I mean, this is a hell of a reign. Very much looking like her dad with that. I mean, as far as she's defending that belt any place, anywhere in the world. Loving it. As the opener, to build up to the power struggle matchup between Tyler Black and Jon Moxley for the U.S. title, which is going to be a last man standing matchup. So yeah, another match that was questioned to be at Royal Quest, but because it was a U.S. title matchup, I just felt like kind of be weird to have it be in the Royal Quest show. Just felt like it'd be better in Japan, and plus it being a last man standing matchup, I want those two guys to have a war, as far as really let them go all out and just fucking use every type of plunder they can and go all over the Tokyo Dome or the National Stadium, wherever we run this Power Struggle show at. I want them to go fucking everywhere, in that arena. So that should be a fun one to see as far as for the next episode. But yeah, I mean, as far as a card perspective, I really like a lot of these matches. I think a lot of them stylistically, they match up well. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot to, as far as to look after and see what we have as far as with, that triple threat Intercontinental title matchup. That would be a fun match to see in real life, as far as Juice, Roddy, and Walter. Those three guys, I think, stylistically could match up pretty well. And obviously, Pac and Konosuke Takeshita, I mean, that's a banger there as well. So as far as, I think this is going to be a really good card. We need a good card, and we need a good heavyweight main event title match. We've, as far as, we've been kind of getting fucked over as of late with some of those title matches in the main event, but this one should be right on the money. We have everything pre-booked, ready to go, so let's get rocking and rolling here. Let's waste no time. As far as for this card, of course, we'll be going to England for these shows. So yeah, I mean, the O2, I forget where we ran last year's show at, but, as far as Wembley, of course, is the idea, on a run there. So we'll, we ran London Stadium last year with 65,000. That's kind of weird. We must not have had Wembley Stadium for some reason in the pack, because, yeah, this is definitely going to be the Royal Quest show in 2025. But yeah, I mean, like Ireland and Scotland and Wales, because we really don't run Wales, because they have some, I mean, it's not a terrible idea to run a show in Wales, but I don't know, as far as, we'll just kind of keep with what we do with, we'll go with the Midlands for the first night. We'll kind of switch it up a little bit. As far as, the 3,000 seater, that works for me. The Coventry Sky Dome. So the main event, we got backstage incidents, completely forgot about it. There's, let's see, backstage incidents, a couple of them. I mean, Matsuhiro Hara, survived for Russ Court, accused of annoying everyone else with his constant boastering and cocky attitude. So funny that a young lion's trying to be an asshole, because it's like, look where you're at on the food chain, bud. As the judge Shinsuke Nakamura found him guilty and sentenced him to remain silent for the rest of the night and buy drinks after the show. A small positive impact for him as Yuji Nagata passing on psychology tips to the great Okan, and then Brian Danielson passing on microphone work to Dante Martin. As I mean, for this one, this main event, we have a fun little House of Black Task Force Death matchup. We also have another one as well with, I believe this is Lucha Brothers. Yeah, this is the Death Triangle versus Konosuke Takeshita, Kota Ibushi, and Tetsuya Endo, which is a banger of a card, or a banger of a main event, in my opinion. This Pac's gonna beat him, too. Pac's gonna beat Kota Ibushi. That is a massive, massive victory. But yeah, we'll go, because as this is the co-main, it would make sense, just from a star power perspective, but we'll see, though. Tyler Black's gonna get the win, though, so House of Black beating Task Force Death there in 20 minutes, with Eddie Kingston taking a loss in that one. We also have Designers of Perfection versus House of Torture, as Brody King's going to beat Tomoya Tom Ford in the 6-man tag. We'll go with actually Jay White. Let's give Jay White a win over Tomoya Tom Ford. That's fine by me. Good little matchup here. Then, so we have Kukui and a young lion, Jimmy London. We have Daichi Hashimoto making his debut, as far as he's taking on El Hiro del Phantasm. Then we also have Viper and Little Miss Roxy taking on Ashley Flair and Bobby Tyler. So this is, I believe, the Steal the Show matchup. Yes, is Ashley Flair getting the win over Little Miss Roxy. Then we'll have Daichi Hashimoto, El Hiro del Phantasm as, Daichi Hashimoto, of course. I mean, I think a lot of people wanted him to be better than what he is. He's good, by all means. He's super talented. It's just, it's hard when you're Shinya Hashimoto's kid. You want the best from him, and he's definitely, I think it's cool that he can do, like, deathmatch shit, and especially when he was with Big Japan. Like, he's doing a lot of cool shit, and as far as, I believe, hopefully he's able to work this show. Now that I think about it, he might not be ready. Yes, he is not, so never mind. never mind on that. Daichi Hashimoto, his debut is a little postponed here. Let's go with Fred Yehi. Fred Yehi and Hiro del Phantasm. As far as, this is a pretty fun matchup, though. But yeah, Fred Yehi gonna get the win. Probably could have used somebody from the Kingdom of Strong Style. Like, we could use, like, Kaiji D'Amato here. But, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. That's what we got right now. And then El Kukui versus Jimmy London. As far as El Kukui gonna get the win there over the Young Lion in 10 minutes. Alright, I think it's a pretty good little show, as we should be good to go. But yeah, the main and co-main's definitely going to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Interested to see how the women's tag match does. As we got some of Rev Pro's finest on that one, as far as El Kukui beating Jimmy London. They have pretty good chemistry, so that's fun. El Kukui, though, killing it with a 64. He's, how about that, old Yota Tsuji? When the gimmick change happens for him, when he gets away from the El Kukui gimmick and starts becoming, as far as his kind of, what he's got going on right now in real life, I think they'll probably elevate him a lot. Because the El Kukui gimmick, it's great from when he was kind of an undercard act, but now I think he's getting to the point where he might be an upper mid-card guy. And just as far as stylistically, maybe a gimmick change might help him out a lot there. So 53. For Yehi, and, oh, damn, they don't have any chemistry, so that sucks. We went backwards a little bit, but yeah, man, Koji clutch win for Fred Yehi. El Hiro del Phantasma was the better guy, but yeah, I was also really off his game, too, so just a shit show and a half. So the tag matchup, Ashley Flair and Bobby Tyler getting the win over Viper and Little Miss Roxy. It's a figure 4 from Flair in 10-18, yeah. Yeah, as far as everyone about the same rating, but Ashley Flair head and shoulders above everybody else. Designers of Perfection versus House of Torture as Miro and Brody King, Jay White. Of House of Torture getting the win as Jay White with the Blade Runner. Yeah, I mean, not bad. As far as Tomoya Tom Ford, Tai Chi, definitely the weakest links in that one. 74. Oh, damn. As Tyler Black gets a hernia. That is tough. As Moxley had to pin Tyler Black with a Death Rider. I don't know why they had to change the finish there to where Moxley gets the win. You could have just had somebody from House of Black just beat Eddie Kingston, so that's just great. Yeah, that's not, boy, that does not sound good. Damn, fucking hernia mid-match. And then Pac has a swollen calf muscle, so just, getting fucked over here with injuries. It's a good match, though. Pac with a 91, that's pretty incredible. But yeah, I mean, Lucha Brothers did well too. Tetsuya was the one who caused it, just great. Probably kicked him a little too hard in the calf. So yeah, I mean, luckily, Tyler Black and Jon Moxley, they're not going to have their match for a bit. So that's, at least that's a relief. So at least we don't have to change the card or anything. Pac's swollen calf muscle should be healed up by the time they work. I don't know, though. It might be pretty close. It's going to be touch and go. We only have another, tour show. Then we'll be right there at the final show. So it's going to be a pretty short episode, but I mean, so far, not the greatest of starts. We'll see how day 2 goes. Hopefully nobody gets fucking hurt. Alrighty, so Moxley and Tyler Black, but the opener's off. The Power Struggle match is off because he's going to be out for 3 months there for Tyler Black. That is brutal. But we got a fun little angle that we're going to do. Basically, the idea, since Moxley had pinned Tyler Black, the idea as the the officials are trying to get him to the back and are trying, as far as obviously he's hurt, Moxley just takes the U.S. title. And as far as we aired a promo on Strong previous day here, that as far as Moxley cutting the promo and saying that as far as this is, my belt now. I pinned him. I beat him so bad that he is gone for the next 3 months. That doesn't sound like a champion. I don't know what is as far as, but he says he'll be fair and call himself the interim U.S. champion. And that he's issuing a challenge, an open challenge, to anybody from House of Black that, hey, if you want this belt, come and get it. So that will be the opener now. It'll be, Moxley's open challenge for the interim, quote-unquote, U.S. title. So that's going to be fun to see how that plays out. As I will just re-air that promo probably on the pre-show. So that way, I'm sure we could just start off the show with that promo. As far as, do the same type of promo, literally, but we'll probably just re-air the Strong one. Wish you could do that. That'd be a very cool feature. They just take, a segment that has already been aired, and, as far as being able to be this is just a re-airing, but can't do that, but that's alright. It's no big deal. You're just making the same goddamn angle. But, as far as backstage incident, Nakamura, passing on tips on psychology, to his protege, Nario Takagawa. So the last little tour show here, as we're going to have, as far as I believe, we'll be running now as far as, we just ran the Midlands, so we're back to Northern England. Let's say we have this Ice Dome, which we ran last year. It's a perfect 2,600. I'm hoping we can get a 3K or even a 4K. Yeah, this works. As that works for me, the bonus arena. We also have the Empress Ballroom in Blackpool as well. That's probably our best case scenario though. This bonus arena. As the main event, I really don't know what it's going to be now. I like this Dragons Den United Empire 8-man. As far as Tamura, Garcia, O'Reilly, and Show taking on Zack. Sabre Jr., Dan Makabe, Jonathan Gresham, and then Gavin McGavin. That's Gavin McGavin beating Show in the main event. Yeah, I think that's a solid main. Then we're going to have Naito and Hiromu against Tanahashi and Fujinami in the co-main. Oh, never mind, the second match class matchup is Hiromu beating Leona Fujinami there. So yeah, that's going to kick off the show. Let's have that be Chono. Or actually, this is technically opening up the show. It's Daki Shimamura taking on Jonathan Peck. I believe Daki can wrestle. Alrighty. So, yeah, Daki from, as far as probably, let's see. Because he, mainly, I know him from, as far as, let's say, the recent headlines. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, he probably would have been in real life around this time, DDT, Big Japan, just kind of like a indie feller, as far as maybe alumni might. I doubt they'll probably have his entire history. Yeah, well, we can see. Yeah, just, as far as that was mainly Big Japan and DDT. Yeah, he's worked everywhere in the mod now. All Japan, Noah, Dragon Gate even. And now we signed him here. I just a solid undercard guy. We'll definitely have to give him a group to join right now, but I just kind of want to see what he can do. For right now, so he'll take on Jonathan Peck, though, and beat him in his first matchup. We're also going to have the Velocities take on Drew Parker and Taiji Shimori, as the Velocities, of course, the junior tag champs. They're not on the final show, just figured a non-title junior heavyweight tag team matchup on the card, though. Some point on the tour would be a good idea, and yeah, I just feel like it's a good little spot for it right now. And then Sanada and Tai Chi against House of Torture, which Brody King's going to beat Tai Chi there. So that should be a decent little matchup. As we'll actually put that. It's the co-main, and then Toni Storm versus Viper. You know, Toni Storm, of course, the previous challenger. Just felt like this would be a good idea to give Viper a nice win. Oh, damn. I didn't know Toni Storm had creative control because we loaned her. That's, that is tough. That is tough. Let's make it a tag, then. Let's see. As far as Toni Storm, I'm trying to think who would be a good partner for her. I'll just go off of all genders. Yeah, because obviously we have... Let's go Toni Storm and Maki Ito. Just for the sake of that. And then Viper, Starlight Kid. What a match. It's just, what a hodgepodge. Only here he'll be saying that. As far as Viper, hopefully could still get the win over Toni Storm. But now with the tag match, she'll be a little bit more... Okay, perfect. So yeah, just win-lose sort of straight-up singles. But she'll lose in the tag match. Fine by me. As, yeah, I mean, I think we're good to go, though. We should be. For the tour show here. Yep, good to go. Just, yeah, Show and Gavin McGavin are used too much. Other than that, we're fine. Let's see how Daki does. Yeah, 60 for his first ever matchup in a region that he's never really worked in is a solid way to start off your little career. As he gets to win the 450, 2 over Jonathan Peck. 76 for Naito and Hiromu against Tanahashi and Fujinami. Boy, yeah, I mean, just Hiromu carrying this one, throwing everybody on his back, and getting the win as well with the triangle choke over Fujinami. 67 for Toni Storm and Maki Ito against Viper and Starlight Kid. Yeah, it's looking like having Viper get a title matchup was a lot better of an idea in theory instead of actually... Because now looking at our ratings, yeah, that match is going to have to be carried by Charlotte. Well, Ashley Flair now as far as in the save, but Toni Storm, though, you know, she's still doing well. Starlight Kid, doing well, and not bad. Maki Ito with a 56, that's hilarious. So 69 for the Velocities against Drew Parker and Taiji Ishimori. Wrong team wins, but Paris de Silva with the submission win over Ishimori. And 82 for the co-main. Two teams with excellent chemistry, having a good little matchup. As Brody King pinning Taichi with the Game of Torture. Not bad at all. Yeah, Miro Sonata should have a good matchup with how things are looking on the tour. Matches in at 78 for the main event. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly a 67. I don't know what happened there. It's odd. Yeah, it's just tomorrow, though, with an 81. So that's nice. Yeah, Makabe, best guy in the match. Followed by Zach, and then tomorrow, then Gresham. So at least that made sense, but that's wild. Wild to see. Yeah, Gavin McGavin, though, with a submission win in the main event. I'm sure if somebody else was involved in the finish, it would have been a little bit better, but I'm cool with it. You know, I'm fine with what we got out of it. Yeah, I mean, not the greatest of tour shows. But, you know, luckily, there's not a huge deal with that. As far as with the tour shows, it's not like we're trying to, we're just mainly building up to a card. We're not trying to make a guy or anything. So that's fine. Yeah, but the final show, though, man, it's changed a lot just from the past, literally week of when we looked over the card. So much change. But I actually think it's going to be for the better. That opener is going to be a lot of fun. I'm keeping it close to the chest as far as who's accepting the challenge. But I think it's going to be a fun match. And as far as it's a rematch, too. So it's going to work out for all parties involved. We'll see. Alrighty. As for this show, of course, New Japan World, we'll see if we can sell out Wembley. It's going to be close, I gotta feel like, as Roderick Strong, Spark for Wrestlers Court, accused of fans to pick up a share of the tab on the shared rental car, as the judge Shinsuke Nakamura found him guilty and sentenced him to pay the full costs and reimburse his travel partners. As of course, 73,000. It's going to be close, so we can either sell out West Ham's, London Stadium, or as far as we'll go Wembley, 73,000's a good bit, though. It won't be a full sellout, but it'll be pretty goddamn close. We'll take it. We'll take the 73,000. So yeah, I mean, the main event will, of course, be Zack Sabre Jr. Heihachi Tamura. 2 out of 3 falls. Heihachi Tamura will be winning this one. It's definitely going to be 1-1, going into the final fall. I think Zack getting a submission win the first fall would be pretty exciting, because I think a lot of people would be like, oh shit, is he going to go 2 straight and, in fact, be the new heavyweight champion? But Tamura comes back, gets the win. I like it. Coming down 1-0. And that's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun finish for this one. But as afterwards, as Tamura is celebrating, out comes Walter. And they set up title versus title. And as far as after Walter beats him down as well, as he grabs the microphone in front of 73,000 on hand, as what was, Walter will, of course, we'll just add this match now. He's going to get the win. As Coughlin's going to attack Roderick Strong, though, so as far as Peace, Love, and War, trying to pull a fast one on as far as getting an Intercontinental title win, thanks to interference, and also thanks to Walter not being involved. But Walter does, in fact, get the win, and that's his 9th successful defense. So, now jumping back to the promo. Walter looking for defense number 10, but he wants it to be a special one. And he wants to also avenge what just happened with Zack Sabre Jr. losing to Tamura. Champion versus champion. A power struggle. He is willing to put his Intercontinental title on the line for a chance to be the heavyweight champion and be the undisputed champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good call for a power struggle main event, champion versus champion. Both titles on the line. Massive. And for Walter, he's not only earned the right to be a heavyweight champion, but to make it wanting a special defense for that 10th one and to become the heavyweight champion. It's a great idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think that match itself should go over really well. So that is set in stone for Power Struggle, as long as nobody gets hurt on this show. We should be fine now. That's going to be a banger for sure. But yeah, the actual co-main, Pac, Konosuke Takeshita for the New Japan King of Pro Wrestling. Takeshita, still your King of Pro Wrestling winner, and is still going on to the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. So, another big night for the England stars, though. Pac losing, Zack Sabre Jr. losing, not a great night for him. But yeah, just to kind of also jumping back here to Zack Sabre Jr. So, they were in the main event last year, of course, for the heavyweight title, which Zack won. Then Zack Aggression beat Nakamura and Kushida. Zack beat Nakamura for the IC title. And he beat Katsuyori Shibata. And Shibata, as far as, that was a big win for Zack. And then in the first one, he beat Gresham in the main event for the Neverboy title to retain it. So, what a fucking just turn of events. And also, from 1,000 people in the Electric Ballroom to 73,000 in Wembley. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome there. But yeah, that just kind of shows you that he is Mr. Royal Quest. And he's wanting to win on the biggest stage as well, in front of the biggest fans, the biggest amount of fans for a New Japan show. And he thinks he's responsible for that too. So that's massive to see. It's Miro and Sonata for the Neverweight title. Sonata's going to win here and retain. Successful defense for Sonata. This should be a fun match, though. They, I want to say they've had a couple. Oh yeah, they had 2 back in 2021. Miro beat them both times. It's kind of wild to think that's been their only singles matches. A long time coming. I mean, basically a fresh match. pretty much. Oh yeah, now the Kingdom Strong style. Never open 6-man. Title matchup, and we have new champions. It's Nakamura getting the win over Fred Yehai. That's a good call in that one. So yeah, Nakamura losing the Neverweight title just a mere month ago, and now he's back with some more gold. As that's I want to say that's their first reign. The old Kingdom of Strong Styles and Neverweight 6-man champs. Yeah, looks like it. Huh. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, I mean, short reign for Suzuki-gun, but a month reign's not bad for these belts. It is what it is, type of thing. Oh, Nakamura's the agent. Let that be Liger. Sick. So, yeah, then Tanahashi Naito for the New Japan Strong Openweight title, which Tanahashi will retain. Their G1 match, I think, was like, it was a 75. Sad, because, yeah, I mean, this would have been, damn near the main event a couple of years ago, but they just can't work anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, Tanahashi retains, though. Over to Tetsuya Naito. Ashley Flair versus Viper. As Ashley Flair, of course, will be getting the win. Oh, I gotta borrow the belt. Gotta remember that. Let's just go ahead and book it now. And afterwards, she, goes through what she's done with that IWGP Women's title, how she's made it a World's Championship, as far as defended it all around the globe. She's won it in America, defended it in Australia, now defending it here in England in front of 73,000 people. She can't wait to go to Japan, and it basically says whoever the office puts in front of her, they're not going to be ready for it. But Maki Ito interrupts her and says, "Not so fast, you fucking cunt." Just goes on a tirade that pops the crowd. And, Flair just kind of laughs off, what she's saying. You could be a little foul-mouthed Japanese schoolgirl all you want, but you're going to get your ass beat. And I'm still going to be the women's champion. So, yeah, just a fun, mainly just to pop the crowd with Maki Ito. Just the idea with that. Yeah, Alliance belts. Oh, yeah, she's, they also had her defend the belt at Rev Pro. Oh, okay. I was about to say it's already borrowed. But I fucked something up. There it is. Yeah, I mean, that's what that belt's done, though. I think it's been a fun idea to implement it, because I was a little nervous about it, and I didn't want to kind of go too off of what's going on in real life with that women's title. But, man, it's been, for what the Alliance has kind of built and stuff, I don't know why I clicked on the actual titles there, but as far as, like, what we've done with it, I think it's been pretty fun. With, using mainly the Hana Kimura reign, having her get the belt as our first champion, because obviously CMLL crowned the first one, which was just funny, but she's done really well as old Ashley Flair, I feel like, and she's been having pretty solid matches, not maybe to the level of what the CMLL matchup was for the first time around. It's funny, it's been defended all over the world. It's been in Canada, it's been in Australia, it's been in the States, it's been in Japan, it's now been in England with both Rev Pro, and just it's a world title, and it's been in Mexico too. I mean, Jesus, what more can you say? It's been defended on damn near every continent, as far as obviously besides Antarctica, but I mean, damn near. Well, that in South America. If we can run a show in Brazil or Argentina or anywhere down there in South America, that'd be great. To really crown and talk about a fucking continent champion, the continent queen is what they should call her, as far as Ashley Flair. If that is in fact if she successfully defends it on all the continents. Damn near close. Damn near close. Oh, and also Africa. How could I forget? We'll have to run a fucking Boomaye show. Oh yeah, and then so as far as the interim United States title matchup, which what we did was just replace Rollins' reign with Mox. Just felt like that'd be a fun idea to consider it the interim title in the reign still keep going. I know it's kind of weird to kind of do it like that, but the interim title stuff, I know a lot of people kind of think it's a weird idea. Usually, I would agree, but for this case, I think it's a great idea to not only put over that Moxley's just a crazy bastard and he can do whatever he wants, but it also gives them a chance to be like, listen, you can win this belt back and, keep it with House of Black. You just got to beat me for it. And as far as the man who accepts that challenge is El Kukui. Moxley does, in fact, win. And as far as, we'll re-air the promo from Strong, we'll just have it be on the... It did really well, though, on Strong. It was like an 89. So I wouldn't be surprised if Moxley gets, as far as that promo, does really well there. But yeah, we got a couple of angles. We got some interference spots and whatnot. Well, trying to think if we should do some post-show press conference stuff, if you just call it right here. Because, Power Struggle is a ways away. It's not, there's, I think we do 9 or 10, tour shows leading up to it. So I don't think it's necessary, personally. Yeah, we should be fine with what we got here. Yeah, we got a couple of angles on the card, and we just got... We're going in the right direction, I think, and mainly with that main event program of Falter and Tamura. I think that's got everyone, probably buzzing about the next show anyway, so we should be fine. Hey, let's run it. See what we get. Oof. Wow. 69. I wonder why that is. Why it was worse here. Is it because it's a pre-show? It's too short. I see. Yeah, because the actual promo, we gave him a lot of time, so that was probably should have done that. I didn't even think about that. Make it 5-6 minutes. That's what we did on the other one. That's alright. That's a pre-show thing. But the opener, it's an 80, as Jon Moxley getting the win with the fucking double arm DDT over El Kukui. It's a good little matchup. That actually went really well. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, El Kukui, though, gets not only a rematch with Moxley after he beat Moxley during the G1. I think it's a great little story there to have El Kukui go for the U.S. title and also look to get another win over him. Ashley Flair beating Viper with the figure 4. Third defense there. I kind of wish she won with maybe an actual big-time move or something instead of the figure 4. Kind of over it, at the same time, so maybe would have had her win with a moonsault or just something different. And the figure 4 is 63 there. Aw, damn. She's got English, or she's got English. She knows English. She could have been better with that. That's all right. 63 though, we'll take it. This show's not been too hot as far as Tanahashi beating Tetsuya Naito with the high fly floor. With the high fly flow. Naito with a 54. Brutal. It just saddens me. 82. For the Kingdom Strong Style versus Suzuki-gun. As we get the card back on track here. Best match so far. So yeah, we got new Neverweight 6-man tag team champions in Shinsuke Nakamura and the Time Splitters. Hell yeah, Nakamura. Best guy in the match. J.I. worst guy in the match, so it makes sense. As far as the finish, with that one, an 80 for Miro and Sonata. I'm surprised it was not better, but that's alright. The rounding body press from Sonata, making that his first defense of his Neverweight title. Not bad for the Intercontinental title match appears. 82. Walter with a 90, dear God. It's Walter with the Burning Lariat. As he knocks Coughlin running in, attacking Strong. We'll, we're going to do a Strong... It's funny, we're going to have a New Japan Strong taping, where we're going to have Roddy team up with someone to take on Juice and Coughlin. So that's kind of the program we're going to go with. That's going to mainly be on Strong. Not really going to see that on the Power Struggle Tour. It's a 93 for the co-main, thank God, as Konosuke Takeshita with a banger, and it sucks that Pac's injury hurt that one, because it would have been even better, but that's alright, as he is still your King of Pro Wrestling winner, and, I've been loving Konosuke Takeshita's run so far. This calendar year, it's been great for us, he's been killing it. Damn, a 90. Lack of psychology here. But yeah, as far as, yeah, 2 falls to 1. Love it. Oh, so they had Tamura winning the first one. Yeah, definitely Zach gets the submission win on the first one. Second one, maybe Tamura does, as far as Zach's trying to go with, like, a crazy saber driver off the top or something, but Tamura counters it into a Hayato driver or even a jackhammer off the top. Just kind of that idea, but both guys are spent, and then you go into the next 8-10 minutes of the finishing sequence into the Hayato driver for the win. That's a fun main, though. It's at least a 90. That's Tamura's first, 90 heavyweight title matchup since... Gosh, since he won the belt. Or since he dropped it, rather. So that's kind of crazy to think. Yeah, then Walter, Tamura, champion versus champion. For all the gold, power struggle. Those two big motherfuckers gonna beat the fuck out of each other. 96, though, thank God. We needed a good show. That lower mid-card just sucked a dick, but luckily we got it back on track. Yeah, but, the angles didn't really help us a whole lot. Should have gave the promo a lot more time as well. That would have helped it out a lot, but that's alright. No big deal. As far as who to put over, definitely Konosuke Takeshita, Tamura, and Zack Sabre Jr. Those guys. It was definitely a main and co-main show. That is for sure. Very, very pleased with how that played out, though. We just needed a good show. It had been so long because our main events have been... Either we go too big with the main events, with the four-way for the G1 finals, having the idea of it going past 60 minutes. That fucked it, and, just as far as the reign of, as far as Sonata, he just kind of got put in a weird spot where he had a lot of title matches where it didn't really fit. Then, of course, Naito, his title match did not go well. We had to make sure it was on a tour show, because I knew it wasn't going to go well. Because, again, they didn't have chemistry either, so... The heavyweight title's taking a bit of a dent. So I'm glad we get a nice, back-to-normal heavyweight title matchup. And now, for all the belts, power struggle. Tamura versus Walter. Can Walter become the undisputed champion in New Japan? We shall see, because, 9 defenses, 378 days, been the champ for a year now, and he's looking to make it 10 successful defenses and becomes a new heavyweight champion. As he's almost, the prestige is close, 85, 89, it's getting there. It is getting there, but that's the first time it's been in the 90s since, since the first time around. They had their heavyweight title match when Tamura beat Zack Sabre Jr., so that kind of shows you that not only is Zack the guy, as far as, man, what a 2024 he had when he was getting 99s of everybody. But, I think this is the right direction for us. Tamura's first run, maybe not the greatest. It's really just Sonata's, that whole kind of summer was very odd. Giving it to Brian, and Brian retires, you get the 4-way for the G1, that doesn't go over well. But now, that Tamura, I think that stamps him as this guy, he is the guy. He's beating him now at Wrestle Kingdom, he's beating him in Royal Quest, and now looking to beat Walter, looking to become the first foreign champion since Danielson, but also getting the belt back to United Empire. So, a lot of big stories happening on Power Struggle, that is for sure. Thank you all for watching. As far as this episode in the books, Power Struggle, of course, will be... Wow, they have the tour starting already. We'll probably push that back, because, it's 10 days. It's a good while. We'll definitely probably push it back to November. But all around, I would say this was a very, very successful tour. It's getting better and better, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Those the strong tapings, the Royal Quest shows. And, now on to Power Struggle. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.